A guy spent $500 to rent a wife online, but the girl showed up dressed way too spicy, so now his eyes were on this quiet woman instead. He had to meet his boss today. While they were chatting, his boss showed up out of nowhere. The girl took the cash and dipped. Now he had no choice but to greet his boss solo. First thing the boss asked, "So, where's your wife?" The guy looked around, then decided to lie. Didn't expect that one lie would kickstart a whole love story. Carl took his boss over to Anne, introduced her like it was no big deal. Boss smiled and said hi, and was totally confused. She had no idea why this guy was calling her his wife. Luckily the boss said he needed the restroom. Carl quickly explained he was single, but wanted a promotion, so he told a little lie. Now the boss insisted on meeting his family. That's why he begged Anne to help, and shut it down instantly. Carl froze, then looked at the little boy and said, "Order anything you want." The kid smiled, but didn't take the bait.
"You can't buy me with the dessert."
Carl pulled out his phone and said, "If you convince your mom, this iPhone's yours." The kid cracked instantly and begged his mom to play along, and was speechless, and just like that, Carl closed the deal. That's how their story started. Follow me. You won't want to miss what's next. Carl showed up to the company party, and guess who he ran into? His wife's ex-husband. Everyone at the party was raving about Carl. Perfect wife, adorable kid, what a lucky guy. Then Carl turned his head and saw Annie. As she walked up, he froze. Right then, his co-worker Haven showed up, and yeah, he knew Annie. Turns out, he's the ex. Haven immediately called it out. "She's scamming again, isn't she?" The boss overheard, walked over confused. Haven didn't waste time. He told the boss Carl was a total fraud. It was about to blow up. That's when the kid stepped in. He admitted, "Yeah, we just met Carl yesterday, but I really like him." Then he looked at Haven. "You left us a long time ago." Haven snapped. She always begged for money. She's impossible to live with. Annie said nothing. She just turned and walked out. Carl lost it. Stormed toward Haven, ready to punch him, but Haven wanted that, so Carl would get fired. Carl clenched his fists, but walked away. He ran after Annie, wrapped his jacket around her. She started apologizing, saying she might have ruined everything, even cost him his job. But Carl looked at her and said, "There's something more important than a job. It's you." Right then, the boss walked out, saw the whole thing, and instead of firing Carl, he gave him a promotion. Annie lit up. Carl was stunned. Love and career? Both secured. Hope you find your happy ending too. Follow for more stories like this.